How's it going, everyone? This is Chief Half-Squatch. Welcome back to my channel. I haven't done a video like this in a long time. I believe it was before I had my PS5, but I'm going to be going through the free PlayStation Plus Essential games for February 2026. Sony gave us 4 games this month instead of the 3 they normally do. Maybe that's going to be a new thing. Maybe they made a mistake. I don't know. One of the funny things I found about this month's games, though, is one of the games is only for PS4, which is kind of funny. Because they said they're no longer supporting PS4. They're not going to ensure that there are any PS4 titles. Like, most of them are, PS4 and PS5. But they're not going to go out of their way to make sure that there is a PS4 game available every month. And there's one game that's on there that is only for PS4, but it's fine because PS4 games are playable on PS5, so it's fine. The first game of the month is a game called Ultros. It's by Kepler Interactive, so the same people that make Rematch. This one came out almost 2 years ago in February of 2024, and it sells right now on the PlayStation Store for $33.49 Canadian. This game is a bit weird visually. Now, this is their own synopsis of their game. Ultros is a psychedelic Metroidvania where you wake up stranded on the sarcophagus, a cosmic uterus, and I'm not making this up, a cosmic uterus holding an ancient demonic being. Trapped in the loop of a black hole, you will have to explore the sarcophagus and meet its inhabitants to understand the part you play. Now, right there, they say it's a Metroidvania. I'm not into those types of games. Another game that this reminds me of is Hollow Knight. I didn't like that as well. I felt the combat, I found it very sluggish. Wasn't very good in my opinion. It got average review scores of 8 out of 10. Metacritic gave it an 81 out of 100. Steam reviewers gave it an average score of 78 out of 100. I personally didn't find it fun. I played it. I tried it. I just found it boring. I found the visuals very distracting. And again, the combat, I didn't find the combat good at all. I would give it maybe a 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10, I'll stand by that. Next, we have Subnautica Below Zero. So, this is a standalone expansion to the first Subnautica. This came out in May of 2021. And it sells for $40 Canadian, so $39.99 Canadian, and it is from Unknown Worlds Entertainment. Very much like the first Subnautica, you go into the water, you have your base of operations, that's where you craft your stuff on the table, and you have your storage for items that you're not carrying because you have limited carrying capacity, and yeah, you just craft your items and explore. It doesn't really give you much information. You got to figure out everything on your own. If you played the first one, you'll have an easier time. But yeah, it's not for everybody. It's a survival, base building, item crafting game. The only game that I really enjoy of this genre is No Man's Sky, because there's a lot more. You go into space and stuff. It's not like this. This, you just go explore the ocean. I would give it, visuals are good, controls are responsive. It is a slow, grindy game that's by design. Alright, so average scores for this game range from like 7 out of 10 to 8 out of 10 from users, and then 9 out of 10 by reviewers. Anywhere from 8 to 9 out of 10 from reviewers, like IGN, PC Gamer. They're giving it like 9 or close to 9 out of 10. I would give it maybe a 7 out of 10, considering that, you know, a game like No Man's Sky is out there and it's the same genre, and I actually enjoy that game a lot. I'm going to compare it to that, unfortunately, for this game. So yeah, I'll give this game a solid 7 out of 10. Next we have Undisputed. It came out in October of 2024. It's made by Deep Silver and it sells for $66.99 Canadian. Now, reviewers gave it, you know, 7 out of 10, some gave it 6 out of 10. But, you know, the average is around 7 out of 10. Reviewers gave it a lot higher than average players, who gave it more around 4 out of 10. And I have to agree. It is not a good game. With Undisputed, like, you can either start a career with your own made-up character, or you can use a licensed character. Now, when you use a licensed character, the only thing that is similar to the fighter is their likeness. That is it. You'll look like them, and like you'll have their fighting stance and I guess their punching style, but other than that, it like puts all the stats down to like half. So like, for instance, I tried with Muhammad Ali and it gave me like a 58 overall character and was not good. This game is, the inputs are very delayed, like very delayed. You know, you'll start hitting the buttons to throw punches and stuff, and then like a half second later he'll start throwing punches. Okay, like it's not responsive at all. I would rather play a UFC game than this. They needed to work on this a bit more. It's not a good game. Yeah, I'll give it maybe a 4 out of 10, and that's being generous. Like, it's not an enjoyable experience at all. Like, you go to walk forward, and then like you'll press walk forward, and he'll like walk forward, and then you stop pressing it, he's still walking forward, and then you hit backward, and a second later he'll stop. Like, what are you, like, these controls are not responsive whatsoever. That's the biggest problem this game has. You know, you see an opening, you go to throw a punch, and he doesn't throw a punch. So yeah, personally, I would rather just play a UFC game than play this. Yeah, 4 out of 10. Next up, we have the game that is only for PS4. It came out in January of 2019, and it is Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown. Now, the sale price for this game is $79.99 Canadian. A full price game 7 years later. It's an okay game. It's a jet fighting game. Yeah, so the average scores are like 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. I give it about the same. Yeah, I agree. 7 to 8 out of 10. So I'll go 7.5 out of 10. It was, you know, fast paced, got an okay soundtrack. It's what you would expect from a jet fighting game. You unlock vehicles, you unlock weapons, you go on your mission, they give you your objectives, and you know, they tell you what to do during the mission. So yeah, it's alright. You know, you get into dogfights, you attack ground targets while, you know, avoiding missiles, and you know, it's alright. It's a jet fighting game. It's what I expected from it. The visuals are good, even though it's only for PS4. It's a solid game. I would say the best that they put out this month out of all of the games, even though it is the oldest one, and it is the only one that is only available on PS4. But yeah, it's the best that they gave out of this month. So, you know, I would say try it. The other three, unless you're into that genre, you're not gonna like those games, and unless you're looking for disappointment, you're not gonna like Undisputed. So this month, All the games together, if you add them all up and you go with my province's tax rate, comes to a total of $249.12 if you were to buy all 4 of these games on the PlayStation Store. And again, that's in Canadian dollars in my province of Ontario, where we have a 13% tax rate. Hate it. But yeah, all in all, I say February gets about a 6 out of 10. So if you want to play these games, you have all of February to add them to your library. You don't have to download them. I would say just add them to your library, even if you don't really plan on playing them. You might want to play them down the road. As long as you're a PlayStation Plus member, they stay in your library. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you like that video, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos like this every month. And become part of my tribe by hitting that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I drop a new video or I go live on a new stream. And I'll see you guys next time. Later.